What's up, guys? Today we're going to be listening to Heavy Heavy by Young Fathers. This is a fresh drop. Be sure to stick around, see our rating for the album, our favorite songs on it, what we think about it in general. Check it out. What's up, buds? Welcome to another episode of the Earbuds Podcast. This is a podcast where two good buds talk about one good album for a good amount of time. I, as always, am your one of two co-hosts, Ash Better Half. Join with me, as always, 2 out of 2, my fucking other half, the bad half, Lucas Indrakovs.
Lucas Heavy Indrakovs.
Heavy boy.
Today we're going to be listening to and talking about and sharing our thoughts on Young Father's new album, Heavy Heavy. You've never heard these guys before, right?
No, I've never heard these guys, but I've heard you've kind of been with them day one.
I've been with them day one so much to where I've only heard one song by them. So, like, you know how...
Right.
Friends never support their friends who are trying to do shit.
Yes.
That's kind of where I'm at with Young Fathers. It's like, yeah, I've known them since day one, but like, I'm not gonna listen to their music.
Right. Like we've been tight. Like I'll take a bullet for them. But
yeah.
Like,
no, I'll pay $300 to go see Mars Volta, but I'm not gonna pay $20 to see my friends. Yeah. So fuck that.
Not that good.
Yeah, come on. But the one song I have heard by them, I really liked them. That's why I was open to listening to this album when I saw they had a new one coming out. They're interesting, man. At least that one song I heard was a cool mix of like R&B, electronic kind of lo-fi stuff. And they're from Scotland, and I don't really hear a lot of music coming out of that part of the UK. So super curious what this album sounds like. I think they're starting to get some love from this record. So we'll see. Do you like R&B and stuff, right?
Yeah, that's rhythm and blues. Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I've been following it since like the 70s to 72.
Ooh, so you got the juiciest era.
Yeah,
of
I got
R&B.
that juicy.
That
I got
2-year
that
stretch.
2-year morsel.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Golden Age is what they call that.
Yeah, well, I'm jealous because I only listen to 90s R&B, and as we all know, it's the superior R&B. So I'm really not actually jealous.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah. The 90s are superior to every generation and decade.
Is that right?
As far as I'm concerned,
right?
as far as I know.
What did y'all even have in the 90s? What did you even
gangster
have?
rap.
80s.
Well, yeah, I guess it started late 80s, but it got big. And grunge.
Is that a 90s thing?
So 90s. It's so 90s for you. Fucking... new metal.
90s, so yeah.
New metal. 90s. In your face,
yeah.
dude. You have the
Limp
90s to thank for everything that's happening right now. In pop culture, in music, fashion. Everyone's going back to 90s.
We're all going back to, what is the 90s? Just like CD-ROMs?
Oh, dude. If I get an AOL CD in the mail...
They're bringing back the like internet like premium limited time subscriptions.
The 100 hours of free internet dial up. You're just like, ooh.
Could you imagine?
Oh,
Imagine?
That would shake the world to its core.
I'd play with that little space pinball.
I used to love that
hours,
game.
Dude.
I used to love that game.
You know exactly what I'm talking
100%.
about.
Yeah.
Straight up.
But let's get into... Go ahead.
No, let's fucking get into it.
Okay, yeah, enough blabbering.
This is Heavy by Young Fathers, track 1, Rice Baby.
Yeah, so here's the deal. If you're watching this on YouTube sucks, and they won't let us put music on here unless we're gonna get sued or something. Like if we're down to hire lawyers, then we can put music on our videos. So what you're gonna see next, if you're watching this on YouTube, is it's gonna kind of cut everything out of us actually listening to the record and talking about it in between songs. And you can stick around, you can listen to our review, to our ratings of the album, talk about our favorite songs, etc., etc. But if you actually want to hear the music and you want to hear our commentary after every single track, go listen to this on Spotify. All our episodes are on there, and you'll actually, because it's on Spotify, you'll actually be able to hear the music. And with that said, all right, so we just finished listening to Heavy Heavy by Young Fathers. Dude, let's get into our final thoughts and our 2 favorite songs and our rating. So what do you get, first of all? What do you get to rate this thing?
Fuck, man. This being my first foray into whatever this genre of music is.
Yeah.
The low EQ, sometimes ethereal, sometimes very dancey and present, a lot of gang vocals, a very present rhythm at times, a very lack of rhythm at others.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool album, man. I think I'm gonna put it around like a 7.6 right now. I don't know, it was interesting all throughout. It never lost me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm half of me is kind of just like, I don't know what the fuck I just listened to.
Yeah. Yeah, they're I don't, usually we both celebrate, and we're still celebrating in this instance, but usually we're both very supportive and excited about music that like surprises us, puts a lot of things together that we didn't expect to be matched together. And I think this album does that to a certain extent. It's not like we're hearing, oh, it's alternative mixed with R&B mixed with hip hop. It's like, no, it's not that simple with this album. Yeah. And I would definitely say it's very dancey. For the most part, it's really fun. Yeah, great vocals. Love all the group vocals. I think that probably lends well to a really fun live show also.
Oh, yeah.
I like the overall production of the album. Like you said, it was like weirdly compressed, but then very airy and bright, but very deep at the same time. There was a lot of like yin and yang on this record. Heavy lyrics, but performed in a way that is fun and you want to dance and sing along to it. And celebratory. Oh, go ahead.
Like, especially in songs like Shoot Me Down and like Geronimo.
Yeah.
Where it's pretty heavy stuff, but kind of triumphing over that.
Yeah, and it's I also have the weird like I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this record. I just know that I liked it, but I don't know if I liked it that much, and I don't know how to categorize these guys, and I think that's pretty fucking cool to not be able to categorize music, because that's, like you said, I'm an labeler and labeler.
Yes, you are an labeler. If there is a label to be had, if there is a band to draw parallel to, that will be the first thing your mind goes to. I'm usually pretty much the same way. It was very nice going through an entire album not really being able to draw parallels, kind of experiencing the music as it is, uninhibited by like past opinions or impressions.
Yeah, and that's probably why I'm struggling with it, because I don't know what to compare it to. I don't know where to put it under a certain vertical of something, so yeah. But I do know I enjoyed it. I don't. It's definitely a place and time record for me, and I feel like this would be a band that would be more fun for me to listen to live and watch live rather than listen to the record. But yeah, I think it is a good like driving record. It's definitely something that is not going to offend anyone, but there's enough going on to capture your attention a lot of times. It's not something you can ignore if you have on. So honestly though, I'm going to give it more like a 6.5 for me.
All right.
A little lower than you. I kind of, like you said, it's not something we normally gravitate towards. And the songs that reminded me of other musicians or other acts or something like that, like I'd rather listen to what it reminded me of. I don't think this music, one thing that you cannot say about this record, it is not derivative at all.
Well, it very may well be for a genre we don't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not derivative of anything in my world, in my realm of music, and we listen to a lot of shit, so it's just kind of, that's what makes it really interesting, is we both listen to so much different stuff and we can't classify this, we can't directly compare it to anything, which is cool. Well, what are your two favorite songs on the album? Do you have any honorable mentions as well?
Man, it's
Is it one of those scenarios where it's like I kind of liked all of them?
I liked all of them in different ways, but there are definitely some honorables. I liked the ethereal organ kind of drowning of Tell Somebody. I thought that was a very cool, heady song.
Mm-hmm.
I liked Be Your Lady. I liked how kind of weird and off it was. And
Someone's gotta like it.
I liked drum as well, with the kind of straightforward gospel rhythm throughout the whole thing. At one point, the vocal delivery for like "Get You Some" sounding like kind of weird and otherworldly, like it didn't belong in the mix.
Right.
I thought that was cool. But my first nug is gonna be the second song on the record, "I Saw."
Me too.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah,
it's got that.
Rice was a good intro. Like Rice was a good lead-in to "I Saw." And I feel like "I Saw" was the better representation of what you're gonna expect to hear on this record. And it was cool, man. It was like kind of aggressive, but kind of fun and dancey. And like we said, that like very consistent rhythm just kind of can be droney, you know? Yeah. And I love his vocal delivery on it. I think it's his most unique one on the record.
Yeah, it had that little blip of chaos before going back into the rest of the song.
Yeah, and he has distorted vocals, which doesn't really happen much on the record. So it added that kind of like a little bit of aggression to a song that is not an aggressive song. Yeah,
and it also had that straightforward, like Damon Albarn delivery.
Yeah,
through moments of it.
Yeah, that. Yeah. But then you have all the synth pad stuff going on in the background.
Those comment harmonies in the background.
Super cool. That deep bass, that doon 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 going the whole time. Yeah, you have the group vocals that are just like slamming throughout the whole record, but on this one are very again, like all I do is make comparisons, but very Gorillaz-esque type of vocal it's not instrumentation, but however you want to put it. But yeah, the way that they like put all the vocals together felt very like early 2000s Gorillaz, gritty, kind of aggressive, dirty stuff. But then it's like it is such a well composed song, and it's such a well mixed and produced song too. Lots going on, but you can hear all of it really clearly, and nothing's clashing with each other. Yeah, it's fun, dude.
Yeah, man. What is your second nug?
Well, like my honorable mentions before I get to my second nug. I like drum as well a lot. I liked a lot of them. I thought "Shoot Me Down" was fun. Geronimo was great. Ululation was great. Didn't really like the last two tracks at all, but I liked the almost there towards the end. I like "Sink or Swim" a lot.
Sink or Swim, yeah. That was a good catchy one.
Yeah, Sink or Swim was the other, next to drum was the other kind of more gospel vibe, quasi-gospel vibe.
Yeah.
From it. And it's so funny because after listening to Ululation, something about Ululation reminded me of Dan Deacon. And I don't think you've ever heard Dan Deacon.
No.
He has a song called "When I Was Done Dying" that is a very psychedelic electronic song, and something about Ululation reminded me of Dan Deacon a little bit, and it's kind of incessant rhythm that just doesn't give up, and they have these vocals that just kind of, the vocals are what you listen to. It's like the only thing that changes throughout the whole song. And then "Sink or Swim" came next, and it almost sounds so much like "When I Was Done Dying" to me. And I was like, wow, I made that reference a little too early. And it was kind of cool to realize that I was picking up on the right vibe, Right. Yeah. And I like the chorus a lot. I think it's a really fun cadence to sing along to. It's not straightforward. You either sink or swim or do nothing. You either sink or swim or do nothing. Like, really cool, really fun. Different, man. It's just something different. And not at all what I expected from this album. Like the stuff that I'd heard from them before, I feel like was a lot more straightforward, kind of cool, more definitely leaned more towards the R&B, and they went off the rails on this one a little bit. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't think there's a single like R&B-esque song on this record.
No, not one. Not what we would consider R&B, right? Which is probably like a very basic definition of what
sure.
R&B is. But I didn't pick up on any of that on this record at all.
Ugh.
What's your second favorite song?
My second, I don't think you're gonna like it, but it's Holy Moly, baby.
I kind of got that vibe after we listened to it. You seem to like that one a lot.
Yeah. I like the kind of rapid, stuttery bass rhythm of the track. I think it's very cool. I was just head bobbing. It was catchy. It almost kind of sounded like a Disney kind of song.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, saying "Holy Moly" in a song, I as a 36-year-old, I can't bring myself to sing along to that.
I think that's fucking small potatoes, baby. I think that's small fucking potatoes.
I don't even know what that means. You saying I have small potatoes?
I'm saying. What do you think? I've been saying for the last couple years?
Why are you bringing my potatoes into this? Like, I don't know why that's
what it's all about. That's what this whole thing has been about.
It's been a D&D campaign about my small potatoes.
It's been about your fucking, like, are you gonna dice them, slice them? You gonna grate them? What
Julienne.
would you rate them? You know,
I'm rating my potatoes 10 out of 10. They're the only thing I'm rating a 10 out of 10 is those potatoes.
I don't know. I feel like that's completely biased.
I feel like you made this really personal for some reason.
Your potatoes aside, it's just a fun moving track. I think it'd be a great, just like hang out, party, dance with everyone. Great for a live setting.
It's very catchy. I gotta at least give it that.
And that's probably the main pull towards it, is that it's upbeat and that it's catchy, and it's got a lot of cool, like, it's got a cool soundscape.
Yeah, I got it. I feel you. It was not a bad way to end the record.
Of course, that was the second to last song.
Was it?
Yeah, "Be Your Lady" is the last one.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But not a bad lead-in to "Be Your Lady," I don't think.
Yeah, now is when we use the term penultimate that you tried using last week.
I think I used it pretty right.
You used it well. You didn't use it right.
I think I used it pretty right.
Well, buddies, here we are at the end of all things. We just listened to Young Fathers, Heavy, man. What do you guys think of this band? What do you guys think of this record? It just came out. We want to know y'all's opinions, man. Someone who has been following this band for a while, like, is this different than a lot of their other stuff? Because I feel like the one other song I heard by them sounded nothing like this. And if this album's any indication, their albums are probably pretty consistent, and they have a pretty general vibe and feel to them. So maybe this is a bit of a departure. I'd love to know other people's opinions about this.
I don't care too much what.
I know Ash doesn't give a fuck, but I'm here for you. If you are watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, comment, bell, rate. If you're listening to us on Spotify, pretty much all the same shit. Subscribe to our stuff and like it. Find us on Instagram at EBPcast. We're posting new episodes every single week. We do some what we call chit chats as well that come out every week, where we pick one music related topic and expand on it and share our thoughts and opinions. If you guys have any ideas on what you want us to talk about in our chit chats, it can be literally like top 5 favorite Disney songs, or, you know, like, what do you think about Marshall amps versus Crate amps? Like, whether we know what we're talking about, we have an opinion, Ash. You can't deny that.
No, yeah, I'll get an opinion on it pretty quick if I need to.
Yeah, I could throw together an
Make
opinion.
something up.
Yeah, I could toss an opinion together at any moment.
Oh yeah, and you usually do.
And it's not hard.
You've been doing it for years now.
We're doing it for 36 years now. But with that said, Ash, you have anything you want to say to the people? Yeah.
Do y'all like my beanie? Is it a good-looking beanie?
She needs reassurance, everyone.
I think it is. It kind of looks like a beanie you'd have on the docks.
She needs validation.
I need validation. Tell me I'm pretty.
She needs attention. Everyone tell Ash she looks pretty.
Tell me happy birthday.
Tell her happy birthday, even though it's my birthday.
Tell me happy
It's
birthday.
your birthday year. It's just my birthday week.
Every year's my birthday year, baby boy.
It never ends.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you for watching, for listening. EBP Cast, YouTube, Spotify, all that good stuff. Instagram. All right.
Just find
see
us.
See you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay, see ya.
Bye.
Bye. Please donate so I can buy a mic stand. And